Hello, I'm Carl Stabe, and today I have Rob Roy, the founder of Trident. I'm excited because he's going to give us his 5 minute system. Hi, Roy. How are you? Hi, Rob. How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Good, good. So we're going to jump in. What's your system?
My system for recognizing and valuing my employees is very simple. We have a lot of moving parts in everything we do. And I have people that are spread out across the United States, and we do a lot of Zoom calls, and we do a lot of telephone calls back and for emails, and that can be very non-personal, non-personable. So I think that the system I developed and how to recognize them to ensure that they know I value what they do is that I don't put it in much in the calendar, but I remember that I'm going to value them every event. I'm going to value 2 to 3 people. Say there's 10 people there, 30% of the people will get some valuation, whether it's a recognition by a gift or it's a recognition by words that I say to them or about them at the event. A lot of people like to, and I've seen other systems where people say every Monday morning I'm going to recognize 5 people. But I think that the value of what they do while we're doing it and not knowing when I'm going to do it is probably the best thing for them because they always seem so surprised when I say some things about them. And here's the most important thing that people have to remember. It needs to be something personal to that person, right? It's something that you did. I want to congratulate them on getting their degree. It's been, I know how long they worked towards it. I want to congratulate on raising your kids with all the trauma we're having or problems we're having that you were able to raise your kids and do X, Y, Z because it seems more personal to them and they'll take that a lot longer than saying, hey, you did a good job with the accounting this week or you did a good job with the invoices or this is a great planning conference. I try to find something which is knowing more about your people than just knowing the work that they do. And that's been effective for me for years.
I love that. And so, uh, you do that, you have this in mind, and so I'm guessing before you hit the stage or whatever, you have the 2 to 3 people that you are going to recognize
Right.
before. And I don't, is there a system to make sure you keep rotating it so everybody gets a little bit of love throughout the season?
Yeah, it pretty much it depends on the event we're doing, but it's never the same people. It's not the same person every time we do it. Here's what the challenge is that you do need to spend time with your people to know about them so you can recognize them properly because it's a surprise, right? You want it to be a surprise for them. So you have to do your research. And I think they care that I care about it's just not a transactional relationship. It's more of it's more of a relationship, not just a boss and an employee or a contractor or a partner. It's someone who actually cares about what they do. Because I would like to say they care about what we do as a company and thereby caring about what I try and do with the clients because we're always providing good servant leadership or servant training to the people we work with.
And okay, and I think that's such an important point as I'm guessing then the system that you have throughout the year is meeting with them,
Yeah.
talking with them, finding
Yeah.
out what's going on in their lives. How
Mhm.
often do you do that?
Probably about every 2 weeks or so. If they're working on something, I'll walk up to them and start talking to them in just a general conversation. Because, but you're, this is a lot more than I thought it was going to be, that you're not talking to them to find out what you can talk to them about. You're talking to them because you want to know what's going on in their lives
Mm.
and what's important. And then you're picking things out of that conversation you have with them. And I may have a conversation in January with a person and follow up with them in May and they go, you know what, this is a good time to bring this up about them and what they've been doing. I may be tracking 4 or 5 things with them because I'm the visionary of the company of what we're doing. And they strategize and they make things happen. And I'm always, how are they getting all this stuff done? Because
I,
yeah, I don't have all the answers. I only
yeah,
have the vision.
I love that. Thank you. That is an awesome system. That is perfect.